Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another One Piece TCG Market Watch. In these videos, we take a look at what the market is telling us. What are people buying? What should we be looking at? And should you consider getting some of these cards for your collection as well? Now, in the spirit of April 1st, guys, I need to quickly tell you that I am probably going to switch to Union Arena after this video because I just love Union Arena so much. So, okay, I'm obviously joking, all right? I had to make a stupid joke there, but no hate to Union Arena, but straight up, I love One Piece way too much. I'm a One Piece maxi, clearly, and I'm just super excited for the future of the One Piece TCG, guys. But before we get into it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You're going to want to stick around. We've got some really interesting cards that I managed to find that have recently sold that you're going to want to know about. And before we get into that, real quick, a word from today's sponsor. When it comes to the clothes you wear, you either find something that looks good or feels good, but very rarely do you find something that does both, which is why I wanted to bring your attention to today's sponsor, Into the AM. Into the AM is a clothing brand website where they build around self-expression and actually outfitting your passions. They're known for the premium graphic tees and unique hand-drawn designs that genuinely stand out, not just some random print slapped on a t-shirt or AI. And beyond the graphics, the quality is what surprised me the most. Super comfortable, modern fit, kind of an athletic feel, and just easy to wear for everyday things. And if you've been watching my recent videos, you've definitely seen me wearing a couple of their shirts already. I really like rocking them for videos. I got a couple of others as well they sent over, and I have to say, they're super comfortable. They look really nice, and honestly, they've kind of updated my fashion a little bit because I have not been rocking graphic tees in a while. Their designs are slick, their clothing looks nice, and most importantly, they support artists. So if you're looking to upgrade your wardrobe, guys, be sure to click the link down in the description below, check out Into the AM, grab some apparel today from their website, and start walking around in style today. So coming in hot, guys, we're starting this off with a banger, okay? We're looking at the OP12 Silver SP Blackbeard, okay? And this was a PSA 10 sold for $1,025 US. And it's super interesting to see the pop count for this. We've only got about 472 total population of PSA 10s out of 522. And not to brag, but I actually recently got this card last week, and it is an incredible card. Look at the shine. Look at the glisten. I do apologize for the glare there. I do have this in a few sleeves and stuff, but you can just see from the reflection, guys, this card is awesome. It is an incredible card. A lot of people are telling me that I should be going for the gold, not the silver cards, but guys, I don't have that kind of money, okay? I got 3 out of the 4 silver SPs, though. I just need the Luffy SP, the Diamond Tier SP, and I will be able to finish my collection, but that's going to cost a lot of money. Speaking of, we got another sale that happened yesterday. Somebody paid $7,038 for a PSA 10 of the Silver SP Luffy. This card is just pristine. This is a grail among grails. You know, I'm really going to struggle to get this card for my collection. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm also looking for raw, so that kind of makes it a little difficult and challenging as well. But I would take a PSA 10 if I could. But man, oh man, this card is incredibly expensive, but that ain't stopping people. And we can see here there's actually a total of 812 total PSA submissions for the Silver Luffy, which is super interesting, and 665 of them are PSA 10s. So pretty strange, actually, how there's more PSA population of the Silver Luffy than there is the Blackbeard. Interesting. Moving on, we've got a BGS 10 wanted poster Luffy card selling for $1,400. Honestly, not too bad. I mean, this is definitely one of the grails for the wanted posters. You know, the wanted posters are super nice looking cards, and a lot of people are after them for their collection, so that's super neat. And of course, I had to throw another one of these in here because, guys, out of all these videos, these market watches we've been doing the last few months, this card consistently shows up. People are buying this card left, right, and center. They are dying to get their hands on some kind of Gear 5 Luffy, it seems. But it is also a really nice card. I do enjoy the background. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting this in your collection. And it also has the look, obviously, of Gear 5. It says Gear 5 on the back of it. But yeah, sold for $576 USD. We got a total PSA count of 3,753. Not too bad. Next up, we've got the Mihawk manga card. Now, guys, I'll be really honest with you. This is obviously raw and not submitted, although they're saying it's a contender. I would honestly recommend soon considering picking this card up. It's dropped dramatically in price. Now, it may come down a little more as well. However, I do think that, you know, when you see a manga card such as this really slumped down below $1,000. I do think it may be wise to pick it up soon. Obviously not financial advice. I don't think this card is too bad now. I used to complain a lot about it because of its price, and I didn't necessarily like it, but it's Mihawk, okay? And you know, I think the price is starting to finally look a little appetizing. Like, I obviously love SPs, don't get me wrong. I think they're great for the collection, but if you can manage to get your hands on manga cards, and yes, by the way, I'm flexing this. Literally bought this the other day from somebody locally, and they're super lucky. They're always pulling mangas, they were telling me. But yeah, super gorgeous card here. Had to flex the NL, guys. OP15, my luck was trash, if you saw that last video I posted. But, you know, I think collecting mangas and SPs is a good call. I really do. They're the grails. Now, obviously, treasure cups as well, but, you know, and championship cards. But get your hands on mangas if you can get good prices for them, guys. I really, really recommend it. Next up, we've got the Nami Championship card, top 64. Now, what's interesting about this card is it's a top 64. It's not a top 16. It's not a top 8. But, you know, it's got Nami, Luffy, and Zoro on it. This card has been selling like hotcakes. We've got, there was a bid here, and the top bid was about $3,200 USD, which is insane. Really expensive card. It's definitely been going up in price. Next up, we've got this Winter Nami card from 2023. That is basically the first year that the One Piece TCG was going strong. I mean, the One Piece TCG started in December of 2022, so basically began in 2023. Yeah, $400 USD. I've got a couple of winter cards myself from tournaments. I think they're nice to have. I recently bought the pre-release winter Boa card that came out from locals and stuff, and that's a really nice card too. And yeah, if you can get it graded, it's great. Next up, we've got the Wanted Ace poster. Hell yeah. This is the pre-errata Ace poster. The first wave of OP13, they had the misprint, and obviously this card sold really hard. You know, I've been seeing the price kind of stabilize around $800. It's between $700 to $1,000, I would say, for this card. That's including raw or PSA 10. I think pre-errata cards are absolutely worth getting. I mean, error print cards, why not, right? We've seen how expensive some of them can be from OP01. It does something for sealed products too. A lot of people don't think about this, but the OP13 reprint that everyone's freaking out about, you know, it doesn't really affect this card. And in a sense, it kind of adds value to the first wave of OP13. Because while everyone's like, OP13 is going to get reprinted this summertime, which, by the way, has also become like a lottery system. They're only doing it for certain Bandai stores. It's really not what people thought it was. Same with EBO3. But, you know, this card alone does help boost the price of the sealed product for OP13. So, food for thought. Technically, having a Wave 1 and a Wave 2 can significantly change the price and stuff like that. And I think it would be more of a Wave 3, actually, for OP13. Next up, guys, we got a black label of the Japanese promo Luffy leader card here. This is a super sick looking card. I'm trying to show off some Japanese cards here and there because I know some of you guys do like the Japanese cards. Insane price, $3,200 USD. Now, I'm going to be just like totally transparent with you guys. You know, I really, like, you've got to be a super, super dedicated, super passionate investor and collector to care about these black labels, because I understand they're like perfection of the card, right? But you know, I feel like these really only apply to the really high end, you know, super rich or very wealthy individuals who just need the perfect card. And obviously no hate, but I just could care less. I don't care if it's a PSA 10, black label, just a regular, you know, a tag. I love tag slabs, but again, it's preference, and obviously people out there, they do see the potential and the hype and the demand to have an incredibly pristine card. More of an opinion, not stating facts or anything, but yeah, $3,200 USD right there. Next up, I want this card so bad. We got a 9.5 gem mint Shanks. Now, this is a top 8, guys. So we're again talking about treasure cup cards here. Top 8 of this Shanks right here. I need this Shanks. I have the Yasop. I have the Beckett. I don't have this card. Very hard to come by. Again, treasure cup cards are low print, right? They're low supply, and top 8, guys. Think about it. It's a low print card. It's a tournament card. And my God, is it gorgeous. I would 100% buy this. A 9.5, you know what? That's perfect for me. I definitely need this card in my collection. $3,100 is crazy, but it is a nice ass card, guys. Next up, we've got the BGS 10 of the Shanks SP from PRBO2. Now, PRB sets are low print, and these are just really gorgeous looking SPs. You know, I think there's a Law, and there's also the Luffy and Pudding, and I think they recently banned Pudding, actually. It was from PRBO2, I believe, and they're just really nice cards. We've got this cool gold trim. You know, I feel like Bandai just really stepped up the print quality with some of these SPs. I mean, they just look fantastic. Honestly, the coloring and all that sort of stuff is just incredible. If you're neurodivergent like me, this is a card you want to put up in the light and stare at for a few minutes, maybe a few hours, all depending. But yeah, this card sold for $789 USD, not too bad. Next up, we got a pristine BGS 10 Marco Treasure Cup card. Now, guys, I believe this is a top 64, but it is a super sick looking card. Marco's got some great cards, I have to say, and who doesn't want a Treasure Cup card? $1,100 USD, not too bad. I think it's a good price. Just wanted to show off another one of these Luffys here. We got a black label one, and sold for $4,600 USD, guys. That's absolutely insane. Next up, we've got the gorgeous SP Nami from EB03. Definitely one of the grails from that set. I would say the Boa, the Robin, the Nami, and, you know, Uda, if you care. It's the manga in that set. But definitely, Nami's probably the top one. I've yet to see this card in person, but it looks gorgeous. $1,550 USD, pretty insane. Now, this is a grail right here that I personally am after, and it is just unfortunately becoming a more and more expensive card. We're looking at the PRBO2 Sanji manga card. Again, PRB sets, EB sets, low print, so obviously high demand, low supply with this card. $4,600 USD. You know what? It's just I'm personally just gonna have to accept one day that it's probably never going to be in my hands because it's just becoming so expensive. But a boy can dream, okay? Moving on. We've got the TCG. Now, this is funny. So the TCG Super Pre-Release Luffy here, selling for $1,700. Now, guys, this is basically one of the first, pre-release cards that were ever released. I mean, look at that. One Piece 2022, as we said earlier, that's literally the very beginning of when the One Piece card game began. So a very pristine card to have, one of the first. So not too bad, $1,700, nice. All right, guys, next up, we've got one of the top grails for the One Piece TCG, guys. We're looking at the Gold Roger card. Coming in hot, BGS 10, selling for $18,000 frickin' dollars, guys. Absolute insanity, but this is a incredibly rare card, guys. Incredibly rare. This is one of the top grails. This is next to the Gear 5 Luffy, the signature Oda. I mean, you know, the red mangas, I would even say. This is a big one, guys. Definitely a contender. Wow, $18,000 US. That's insane, man. All right, so I've been seeing the gold buggy start to go down in price. I've seen people try to sell him now for about $2,000 raw. So it's interesting to see that this one that's already in it's already been graded for a 10, sold for $1,800, which is what, like $2,400 Canadian. So prices are definitely starting to fluctuate a little bit. Really gorgeous card though. Like I said, I have the silver one, but if you're looking to get some gold, I think that might be your chance. Next up, we got the Soja King, guys, selling for $1,600 USD. You know, the pop count's interesting. 1,200 total PSA submissions. I mean, again, we see with the manga cards, there's just definitely not a lot that exist. And I do find seeing the pop counts always interesting because, out of all of the manga cards that people obtain, how many of them get graded? Half? A quarter? 15%? How many do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that sold for $1,600 USD. All right, next up we've got this Boa here. This Boa freaking this card angers me because I literally have the whole set but this card, and I just don't want to pay $2,200 for it, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, it's a really nice card, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But there's a lot of other cards I'd rather get than that. But anyways, it sold for $1,600 the other day. We've also got the 3rd anniversary Luffy winner card. Now, what's insane to me is how much this card price went up. Just really goes to show how winner cards, tournament cards, trophy cards, all this sort of stuff, stamped cards really just go up in value. And of course, this came in a pack. There was the Sabo and the Ace as well, but of course Luffy was the top contender. This is also done by the artwork of the guy who created Black Clover, so that's super cool. $641 USD for this is actually pretty good. Not too bad at all. Wanted to quickly show off a Japanese card here. We've got the Japanese Oda signature card selling for about $3,800 USD. Now, I'll be really honest with you. If you're somebody that really, really wants to get this grail, there is no shame in getting the Japanese. $3,800. What is that in Canadian? That's like, what, 5,400 Canadian maybe? Maybe a little more. I don't know. But hey, that's more affordable than the English. The English, it's like you're looking at 20K top. Right. Also, super interesting to see how many of these exist. You know, we're approaching 3,700 total PSA submissions for the Japanese. So really interesting to see that, to be honest with you. Let's move on to another manga card here. We've got this Law. This is from OP10. Definitely one of the cheaper manga cards we've seen, selling for $1,025. Honestly, not too bad. Pretty decent price. I wanted to drop some of these Treasure Cup cards, these Japanese cards, because, you know, the English gets all the attention, all the prices are there, all the expensive prices, I should say, for these, but when you look at the Japanese ones, they're just like totally cheap, totally affordable, and guys, you know, they're still trophy cards. They're Japanese trophy cards, Trophy Cup cards. I mean, like, it's just getting a trophy with Japanese written on it. It's still the same thing, but of course it's English. But of course, English, you know, is worth more and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, if you're not biased about that, I really think you can get some of these for really great prices. We've also got a Japanese Gear 2 Luffy, $2,800 USD for the Japanese. Like, that's insane, man. You know, we're really seeing some of the Japanese prices start to go up. But, you know, the demand is there. We've also got a Japanese Shanks here, the manga from OP09, selling for $1,099. You know, just again, more evidence of that. We got the English manga Boa selling for $3,000 USD. Interesting pop count here. You know, if I were to guess, I would say there's probably about 10 to 15,000 manga cards for each, like, series. Like, each card, there's probably only about 15,000 copies. Because, again, it's just such a low population count. I don't believe everyone who gets a manga is going to grade them. So it's interesting to see that, but let me know what your thoughts are on that. Just a guess, by the way. We've also just got another EBO2 Gear 2 Luffy selling for $8,333. So dramatic price difference right there, guys. I think that's what we're seeing, is some people just saying, I can't afford that, so I'm just going to settle for this. We're getting close to the end here now. We got a PSA 10 of the manga Luffy from OP09. This is an OG card. Honestly, I'd love to own this card if I could. Selling for $3,800 freaking dollars, man. Crazy stuff. Next up, we've got a terrible photo of the Bubble Zoro. Really, whoever took this really needs to learn lighting a little better. But honestly, you know, this is a beautiful card. One of the SPs from EBO4. People went nuts for this. This card was getting pumped to the moon. Selling for $1,200 USD. You know, it's not too bad. Honestly, this card's already trying to be sold by most people for $1,200 raw. So not too bad at all. And the last few cards here, we've got a black label, low pop apparently, low pop of the Gum Gum Fire Fist, you know, that iconic moment from Dressrosa, selling for $2,200 USD. Really nice card. I have that card somewhere. Really nice card. And guys, last but not least, we have got the Treasure Campaign BGS 10 Luffy card. This was the card given out with the OP13, right? You know, they were giving out the packs, and of course, they had this really intriguing, like, looks like a Treasure Cup card, but it's a Treasure Campaign pack? I don't know. Something different. And it looks like a serialized card too, but it's not. But really cool card nonetheless. Very rare if you ask me from what I could see. But yeah, selling for $4,000 USD. A little bit above. Close to $4,200. But anyways, guys, there you have it. Those are the recent sales from the last few days. Very interesting buys. We do see a lot of grails being bought up. A lot of mangas, Treasure Cup cards. You know, it's definitely a little all over the place. A few SPs, but overall, guys, very interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to see another video, be sure to click it, and I will see you over there.